What if the Earth suddenly stopped spinning for just 5 seconds? 5 seconds might sound like nothing, barely enough time to blink twice or realize something's wrong. But if our planet hit the cosmic brakes, even for a moment, you'd wish you'd buckled your seatbelt. Right now, the Earth is spinning at about 1,670 kilometers per hour at the equator. You don't feel it because everything around you, air, oceans, buildings, your cat, moves along with the Earth. But if the planet suddenly stopped, everything not bolted to bedrock would keep moving at that same breakneck speed. Imagine this: you're standing outside, enjoying a sunny day, when suddenly the Earth freezes. Instantly, you, your phone, your house, your dog, and the air around you all lurch eastward at over 1,000 miles per hour. Trees would rip out of the ground, cars would tumble like dice, and buildings would crumble as the entire surface of the Earth is swept by a supersonic hurricane of debris. For those lucky enough to be near the poles, the effect would be milder, the spin is slower there. But near the equator, it would be absolute chaos. Within the first second, every ocean on Earth would surge eastward. The inertia would send walls of water racing across continents. Entire coastlines would vanish under sudden mega-tsunamis, hundreds of meters tall. The air itself would turn into a lethal windstorm, shredding landscapes and tearing away everything that isn't anchored deep into the crust. But this is only half the story. The planet's crust is spinning with us, but the molten core beneath moves differently. If the surface suddenly stopped, the layers inside would keep rotating, grinding against each other. That could unleash unimaginable earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, splitting continents apart in seconds. Now, 5 seconds later, Earth resumes spinning. You might think everything snaps back to normal. Nope, the damage is done. By the time the planet restarts, continents are battered, coastlines are redrawn, and the sky is choked with dust and debris. Temperatures plummet as the sunlight dims under a haze of shattered cities and oceans. And remember, our atmosphere was thrown into chaos. Even if you somehow survived the blast winds and tsunamis, you'd be gasping for breath in air thinner than the top of Mount Everest. Oh, and there's another twist. The sudden stop would mess with Earth's magnetic field. Our spinning core acts like a dynamo, generating the shield that protects us from solar radiation. If the rotation is disrupted, even briefly, the field could flicker or fail entirely. Without it, cosmic rays and solar flares would fry electronics, blind satellites, and bathe the surface in deadly radiation. GPS, communication, navigation, all gone. And since the rotation helps stabilize Earth's shape, the planet would start wobbling. Massive gravitational stress could warp tectonic plates, reshaping continents over the next few hours. Still, let's say you're one of the lucky few inside a reinforced underground bunker. You'd feel the ground shudder, lights flicker, and air pressure spike. When you crawl out 5 seconds later, the world you knew would be unrecognizable. Cities gone, oceans displaced, forests flattened. The global map would look more like a watercolor spilled across the table. It wouldn't be the end of the planet, but it would be the end of civilization as we know it. Interestingly, if Earth ever gradually stopped spinning, over millions of years instead of seconds, the results would be very different. The day would stretch longer and longer until one side of the planet roasted under endless sunlight and the other froze in eternal darkness. But a sudden stop? That's pure destruction. The only silver lining? If you were floating in space, you'd get quite the light show. From orbit, you'd see a shimmering ring of dust, fire, and ocean spray whip around the globe as inertia tears the surface apart. It would look spectacular, just before the planet below turns into a stormy wasteland. So, what if the Earth stopped spinning for 5 seconds? In short, everything would keep going. And for most of us, that 5-second pause would be the last thing we ever experienced.